Hi, I'm Doug Corrigan, Director of the Riverstone Energy Center. The Riverstone Energy Center is located in South Boston, Virginia, in Halifax County in Southside, Virginia. The Energy Center is a project that was embarked upon by the vision of the Tobacco Commission, the Halifax Industrial Development Authority, and the Halifax County Board of Supervisors. The mission of the Energy Center is to stimulate and accelerate commercialization of clean tech technologies in Halifax County and to bring new jobs and economic revitalization to our community. We accomplish that mission by providing state-of-the-art resources, human talent and ingenuity, dollar capital, and cooperation among various stakeholders. At the Energy Center, we have access to office space, teleconference and telepresence capabilities. We have a modeling and simulation center here, and we have the Center for Coatings, Application Research and Education. The Modeling and Simulation Center is a three-dimensional, virtual reality, fully immersive environment for creating models and designs and analyzing data and spatial relationships. The Center for Coatings, Application Research and Education, or what we call CCARE, is a state-of-the-art 11,000 square foot facility that houses automated robotic equipment for surface engineering and coating and finishing technologies. CCARE will serve as a center of excellence for workforce training, research and education in coating technologies. At the Energy Center, we have high bandwidth fiber connectivity, access to audiovisual production lab, and over 36,000 square feet of light manufacturing and research and development space. The video you are about to see is a recording of the ribbon cutting that took place on April 20th, 2011 in South Boston for the Riverstone Energy Center. Thank you.
To make this event happen, it took a tremendous effort, and putting this together, I really need to recognize several people. So I apologize. I'm not going to ask you to stand. Maybe I should ask you to stand. This is a good day to stand. What do you think? Almost everybody in this audience is going to stand at some point. But obviously, this facility, this park, is a strategic investment on part of the Tobacco Commission and the County of Halifax, and it's very, very important. The Riverstone Center itself is another key investment, but the Energy Center is what we're going to talk about today. To make all this happen, really I need to say that the Tobacco Commission and Halifax County are the major contributors to this, and I'd like to recognize those that I'll see in the audience. If I could ask the Tobacco Commission commissioners to please stand, I'd ask that. I cannot tell you how important, I don't think really, I guess this audience pretty much knows how important these people are to us in when we put projects together and we present them to them. Sarah Capps is here. She's actually working. There's Sarah. Sarah, you were working a while ago. I'm sorry. I don't think Neil is here this morning. But I can't say enough about the people from Halifax that fight for us to give us a better quality of life here in Halifax. My board, and the Board of Supervisors in our county are tremendous help to us. I'd like my board to please stand. Please. It's a tremendous board. The Board of Supervisors has backed us on every request. I would say to have a small county with a progressive Board of Supervisors is really key to our future. And I appreciate that George Nestor is here. I'd appreciate it if he would stand. I don't know that there's another supervisor here. Okay. In putting this all together, there was a tremendous amount of planning and trying to decide how to organize it. There was a big RFP effort. The Southside Business Technology Center, Lascelles James is here, and I don't know that Ava is here. They led us through this process. Lascelles, would you rise, please? a very professional group, and without all these people coming together to put this, to come to this particular point, it just would not have been possible. The folks who actually built the facility, Burton Construction, Dean is here, I think, with Christian, and we appreciate them very much. CCI, Elliott Electric, and Bayan. One of our representative Bayan Fight. Does everybody know Bayan? Coat tie, really awesome. Okay, I'm going to make one statement, and really the reason that we are here, and in my opinion, is that energy R&D projects and commercialization can mean jobs, good paying jobs, and sustainable jobs for our region. That is the focus of why we think the Energy Center is the tip of the spear for our region. I'd like to introduce, for some comments from our Honorable Senator Ruff from the Tobacco Commission. Frank?
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. It is a beautiful day. Not only is the sun shining and all that kind of good stuff, but this is a great reason to be here. It's great that this community had the foresight to move forward on this project, because as we move forward, we've got to change our economy. We have known that for more than a decade now, but sometimes it's hard to get all the gears working and all the cogs fit right. But this is the type thing that you're going to see more of the Tobacco Commission doing, working regionally, things that will attract not only national companies but international companies to come and bring their resources and their opportunities and their jobs. When Mike asked the Tobacco Commission members to stand up, he didn't say former members, so I'm going to point out Ted Bennett over here, who was very involved in the process of developing the Tobacco Commission, and the importance that the Tobacco Commission has been to each and every project that has invested in our region and continues to invest in our region, and we look forward to many more projects that we can fund in this area. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. Now I'd like to introduce Honorable Delegate James Edmonds from the 60th District for some comments.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning. This is a great day indeed, and one of the things I think everybody knows much about me knows is I'm not a tech guy. I barely get my emails out, and Sheila helps me with that a lot, but I'm very excited about this facility. This facility is a great day, and I mean, it's a giant step forward for clean energy research and eventually clean energy jobs. I could go on and on telling you how smart this facility is by using big words like connectivity, spatial relationships, and high bandwidth fiber optic nodes, but I'd probably use them out of context and only show my ignorance, so I'll leave the descriptions of those to Brian and those who know, those techno experts there. But what I do know, however, is that this investment by the Board of Supervisors and the Tobacco Commission will pay big dividends through economic development. Many of the prospects who have looked at Halifax most recently are in the energy sector, and we all know the impetus placed on clean green energy. This center will act as a catalyst to help companies get online more quickly and efficiently, and I believe it will give Southside an edge in industrial recruitment for good paying jobs that will hopefully give our kids a reason to come back home to live, work, and raise their families. At the very least, it will help me and Frank as we work to help steer prospects to Halifax that we're committed to help companies get started quickly and with a very small learning curve. Not to mention, it will tell the parent companies of the industry we already have here that we are serious about keeping them in town and should help with retention of those existing businesses. The fact that you have all made this investment will speak volumes. The Energy Center will be a one-stop shop for all things energy and will hopefully be the engine that pulls our economic development train through these difficult times. We are poised for growth here at Riverstone, and I look forward to many more ribbon cuttings. Congratulations again.
I have to give you a quote from Patsy Vaughn. She said, "I want you to give this quote this morning." So now I'm going to give it to you here, and this is a lead into something else. But partnerships between government, business, and institutions of higher learning make our region a showcase of best practices. Okay. When we did the RFP to reach out and try to find out what was the best organization structure for the Energy Center, we had an applicant, the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center partnered with the University of Virginia to put an application forward, and I think the first time I looked at it, I was like, I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it, but evidently it was a tremendous effort, and I think it was, in the beginning, we really felt that a commercialized facility would better fit what we had in mind. As we vetted through that, we came back, and when we got the presentation from the Higher Ed Center and UVA, we understood that that partnership is very important to Halifax. And we have to begin the organization with our partners. That process was a real learning experience for me. I think it was Butch Blanks was the first one that said, "This is what we got to do. This is what we got to do." And I'm like, I think we should go with a commercial entity. And we went from one end of the spectrum to the other. And the Southside Business Technology Center really did a super job of just kind of facilitating until we reached our primary partners, which will be the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center and UVA. We will partner with other universities for other things, but we want to say how much we appreciate you taking and making the effort. I know Betty and Patty really did a fantastic job. I thank you very much. And because of that, I think that the next gentleman, Mr. George Nestor, our county administrator, might have some comments.
Thank you, Mike, and greetings from the Board of Supervisors. I'm a poor stand-in, but I was the only one that was available today. What a great moment in time to be talking about energy. It's going to be paramount, and it's going to be a conversation that we're going to be having not for months, but for decades ahead. And to be standing at the precipice of being able to identify and work with this new technology is something that everybody is going to be very, very proud of. And the Board of Supervisors has asked me to convey their appreciation for this effort, and also thanks for this opportunity. And best luck. And we know we're going to be having other ribbon cuttings, and the best is still ahead. And again, Mike, the IDA, Tobacco Commission members, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all you've done.
When the Tobacco Commission made these strategic decisions to put these energy centers together, and they saw what was coming in the energy industry, I think it was one of the smartest things. Those investments are tough to make. When you reach out and say, this is the future, we're going to make these significant investments. And Riverstone Energy Center is a strategic business attraction asset. The energy industry is a major focus for Riverstone. I think that the group put together a subcommittee under Ted Bennett, and Ted's going to speak here in a little bit. Garland and Ricketts and Lisa Kipps Brown have worked I can't tell you how many hours they have put in to help organize and get this to the point that it's at, and I really want to thank that subcommittee for everything they've done. If you don't have people like that, there's no way the IDA can do this without great people. I just want to tell you how much we appreciate our subcommittee. They're going to continue forward, and Ted will introduce Doug in a few minutes. But thank you very much. Ted Bennett.